Hello everyone, I am Dharna Sachwan. Welcome to my YouTube channel Impact English. Earlier we learnt about how to change simple present tense active voice into passive voice. That was completed. So today we will start with simple past tense, that how to change in passive voice. Now let's start here. Simple past tense, change into passive voice. Now see here, my mother made cake. Now see, in simple past tense, we use only second form of the verb. So here, second form of the verb is given. Now, the structure will be subject, was, were, third form of the verb, and then object. See, whenever singular thing is given, we use was, and plural thing is given, we will use were. So here, cake, it's an object, so which will be here? Subject. So cake, then was, third form will be made by, and object will be my mother. We take another example. Rohan won the first prize. Now how to change? Subject, was, were, verb's third form, and then object. So here, this object, it will be here subject. The first prize. The first prize was, then third form, won by, and name, it remains the same, by Rohan. We take another example. You sold vegetables. Again, the same structure we have to follow. Subject, was, were, verb's third form, and then object. See here, this object, it will be here subject. Now, vegetables. Here helping verb, it will be according to the subject. Means here vegetables, plural thing is given, that means we will use here were. So vegetables were, then third form will be sold by you. You doesn't change, it remains the same. So vegetables were sold by you. Now we will learn about negative sentences. See here, we did not eat fruits. Now see here, with did, we use only first form of the verb. Whenever did is given, that time we have to use only first form of the verb. So now see the structure. Subject, was, were, not, third form of the verb, and then object. This active voice, while changing into passive voice, instead of did, we have to use was and were. Now see, we did not eat fruits. Again, fruits here, it's a subject, and that subject is plural. So fruits were not, then here we will apply third form of the verb. Eat, ate, eaten. Third form will be eaten by, and we will be changed into us. Another example, he did not write letters. The same structure we have to follow. Letters, plural thing, were not, then it's a first form, because with did we use only first form of the verb, and while changing into the passive voice, it will be third form. So letters were not written by, and he will be changed into him. Now we will learn about interrogative sentences. as I told many times that it starts with helping verb and ends with question mark. Now see here, did he write a letter? Now question mark, and here did is given, that means we will use here first form of the verb. Now passive voice structure will be helping verb, then subject, after that third form of the verb, and then object. See, helping verb. Here helping verb we will be write according to this object. So, did he write a letter? Here a letter, single letter is given. That means singular thing is given. So, with singular thing we use was. So, here we will write was, then subject, was a letter. Then third form will be written by, and he will be changed into him. Question mark. Another example we will take. Did she pluck the flowers? How to change? Helping verb, then subject, after that third form of the verb, then object, and after that question marks. Now see here, did she pluck the flowers? Here this helping verb will be according to this object. Now see here, flowers are given, means plural thing is given. So here we will write were, then subject, were the flowers, then third form will be plucked by, and she will be changed into her. Now see here. Here I am writing simple present, and here I wrote simple past. Now see, in this simple present, when we use it in active voice, that time we use only first form of the verb. The same, when we use simple past tense into active voice, that time we use only second form of verb. Remember this thing into your mind, that in simple present tense active voice it always remains in first form, and simple past tense second form of the verb, and while changing it into passive voice, that simple present tense we use is, am, are, and then third form of the verb. Simple past, when we change this into passive voice, we use was, were, and third form of the verb. Now see here, he writes a story. See here, it's an example of active voice of simple present tense. Now see here, writes means active voice first form is given. So while changing this into passive voice, we will use is, am, are, but according to the subject. He writes a story. Now see, a story as it's given in a simple present tense, so we will use is, am, or are, but it according to the subject. A story, here singular thing is given, means the person is talking about the singular thing, singular story he wrote, or a single thing we are talking about. So a story is, then third form will be written by him. See, in active voice, we ate food. Now it's an active voice of simple past tense. Here second form is given. While changing this into passive voice, we will use was and were. Now food was eaten by us. See this structure. Now I think it should be clear the difference in simple present tense and simple past tense while changing into passive voice. So I think it will be enough for today's class. So I end my session here today. Thank you for watching the video. If you like this video, so please like, share and subscribe.